morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday. If you're here with me in the Discord, YouTube, X, or Kick Chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Ripswad, Palo Santos, Freddie Rivera, Blameless Ministries, Crypto Trades, DM Ronnie, Picky, Anya, Scott H, Nico, MCC, Justin, Doug, Aaron, USMC, Richard Harris, Raymond, Steve B, Brian S, Tickhound, Rhino America. Good morning. What's happening? What's up, Fat Guy Yama, Bonafides, Travis in the Air, Sovereign, Rhino Yaz, More Envy, Yama. Morning to you. Acumen Cube, Q, Master Rick, Kelvin, J Prouse, SW, Bob, Hockey, Shane, Ferrari, Phil, RL. More Envy, good morning. What's cracking? Wow, look at that little spike. A little spiky right there. NVIDIA earnings are after the bell. Market's going to be pretty boring until 1 p.m. I think market's going to be pretty dead. Yeah, market's gonna be pretty thin. We do have, at the bottom of the hour, we're gonna have, I think Williams is speaking. Let me see. Who's at the bottom of the hour here? Yeah, John Williams is speaking on CNBC. That's about it. I saw you, Amateur Genius, were spinning slots already. I think it was you and Cash were already spinning slots. Yeah, I would never be trading this. No shot. Yeah, 1 p.m. 5-year note auction. No, definitely not 1 p.m. for NVIDIA. Not a shot. So yesterday after fees, where do we end up here? 43.53 yesterday after fees, and puts the account balance at $433,074.94. So there's that. How did everybody else do yesterday? Break even. Rough PA yesterday. Yeah, it was pretty bad, huh? Almost passed my eval in one day. Only 800 more to make it. Nice. Made 442 on my own amp after fees. Nice. How long have you been trading that for? Break even, but that is better than a losing day. I agree. Was up 4K, lose everything, then came back with 1.6K. Oh, goodness. I'm trying to avoid the over trading part. Yeah, market's not going to be doing anything. I'm going to wait for the bottom of the hour here and come in about 5.5 minutes. Every live account I've ever opened, I've lost at least 80% of it. That sounds about right. That's going to be most people, unfortunately. That's why I recommend that you're trading 9 to 12 months of consistent profitability on props first. And if you can't do that, well, quiet day until GPU man reports. I agree. Yeah, this is just gonna be super boring. I'm really not gonna do all that much. Hit trading the range last night, got in halfway to a profit take. It retested, reversed, had to get out, only lost $513. Well, that's great. All right, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Let's see. Dang, it's coming down. Right before he starts his little spiel here. Seeing it sell off in Microsoft and Nvidia here. You don't like Nvidia there? All right, let's see. See if we get any type of questions here from Mr. Williams. Do you have a sauna at home? I've had one before. I had like one of those ones that you, like they're small ones, like the wood ones. No, my buddy had one. No, out in Dorado, my friend had one. I never had one. He wanted to give it to me when he moved. Yeah, I mean, they make very small portable ones like that are made of wood. You can set one up in your garage. Those are not so bad. Not really seeing much selling in equities that is causing this right now. But it's going down. This is kind of like the area underneath 85 that could bring a lot of traffic to the downside here. So we'll have to see if it can get through all this downside liquidity here. If it could break through these 80s, wow, watch out below. It could be interesting. Well, that was interesting, I suppose. William's talking about Cook right now. Anyway, made $9,100 on that push down. Anybody else catch that push down? That was lovely. Still short? Nice. Yeah, I feel like we can definitely entertain this lower area. I just wanted to get out in this area of liquidity because it's been trafficked quite a bit and I expect there to be some buyers. Us giving back this entire move makes a lot of sense as well too. So it's gonna happen somewhere in here where we're gonna have some type, well, we're getting it right now, but there's gonna be some type of reversal. Now that FTMO is back, you can paper trade on their free trials. We're still trying to learn and find profitability. Interesting. Yeah, on the Percy. Wish it was 10K. That's a nice round number, but yeah, 9,100 bucks. I do expect a bounce here at some point. Williams is speaking right now. His short was so wild, kind of going straight for the break of the low, maybe. You just bought? Ooh, I would not. I would not be buying yet. I'd be waiting. You don't want to wait until you have a clear reversal. There's plenty of time, you know? I stopped way above. Way higher. I wanted to add. I wanted to pop back up and add some more. Only got one ad. That was it. I opened it, break a POC, and then small little reflex added into that. I wanted a bigger ad, but it didn't give me the opportunity. It was very thin too, so I couldn't add on the offer. I think I got a small clip added on the offer, but done for the day before the market opened. Yeah, you know, sometimes we do that. That's why I always say, you know, I didn't wake up this morning thinking I was going to make 9K. You know, it's not anything special, but, you know, 9K is still 9K. Is what it is. Where you been, RL? Wow, we're really rolling now. Look at this. There's a previous 4-hour low. What an extraordinary move that is. Rips, I think in the past I heard you had to use Rise Walker for a payout. How easy is that to go through? The only time I've ever used anything like that was for Tradeify. I don't remember Rise. I have no idea what the service was. No clue. Not a clue what that was. I don't even remember using it, so couldn't tell you. Meta's really unwinding, and Microsoft and Google as well are kind of following. If Microsoft snapped below, let's say 502, I could see this starting to roll tremendously. Well, I'm saying they're in a moderately restrictive stance. Yeah, he's still speaking. He could say one thing, though, and really add to a reversal. We are seeing more and more people catching this on the bid side. It's not showing up so much in the S&Ps, but in the NASDAQ at least. We do have room further down all the way to 540s, which is not that far from where we are now, but it is what it is. Gained 3,000 in 4 days, and on the 5th day, I blew up my top step account. That's too bad. If you're going to go long, where would you look to do it? Well, probably a break of 600 and a retest of 600. NVIDIA earnings are after the bell. Do you know if the intraday stops at the take profit trader after you pass the buffer? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Somebody can help them with that. Like, I wouldn't be longing this here. Even though it could reverse, I still wouldn't be longing it here. Okay, so it looks like it does. Intraday does stop. I have other YouTubers say it doesn't currently have an account buffer and it doesn't seem like it does. Interesting. Okay, Williams is done. That's it. So no more surprises from Williams. I'm not looking for anything right now. If we make our way back to 600, maybe I'd be interested in a follow-up trade, but this just ain't it. Nothing I'm interested in. We're right back at the area where I originally closed. Just under 80. At the open, when you're trading high IV, are you taking market orders? Depends. I mean, it all depends. Is longing from the booty cheeks a good strategy? I mean, it depends on the day. It really depends on the day. We opened that trade break at 600, added on that initial pop of 585. How can you confirm it's a reversal? Wait for it to break and retest the key area. In this case, it'd be above 600. I mean, that's probably going to be the best move prior to the open that we're going to see. We don't have any news today. The only news that's going to matter is at 2 p.m. I think it's 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. What did I say? 2 p.m. On the schedule. I think it's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. So 1 p.m. Have a feeling market is going to chop it open. Well, it's a good thing we took care of our stuff early on. What are your thoughts on jobless claims tomorrow? I think it'd be interesting. I think the best news is going to be on Friday, and I'm not going to be here. That's going to be the best of the best, because that's going to be. Let me give you a preview of that. We get Canada's GDP, which nobody cares about. Preliminary personal income for July. Advanced good trades balance for July. The PCE, core PCE price index for July, and then the final University of Michigan sentiment for August. So. Market's not moving, so I'm just yapping with a bunch of people on Twitter. Let me know what you folks think about this one. God, Twitter is such a fun place. This is great. I think the music is good. I picked a different category today. That's why I like it so much. Oh, they made it to our chat. The guy says, I'm going to get cooked today. Sorry for you, pal. I already made $9,000 while I was talking about your mom. So I'm already up $9,000. That's probably like what you make. I don't know. Have you ever made $9,000? I made it in about, I think that was like a, let's just be, I'm gonna add a few seconds. Probably about 70 seconds took me to make $9,000. But I did that while I was talking about your mom and blowing her back out from behind. Remember that part where I was talking about like hitting the sidewalls from behind and completely blowing her back out? Remember that part? I did that while I was making $9,000 live in front of thousands of people. So, I mean, yeah, karma's really coming for me though, dude. It's really coming for me. I'm really, really nervous about all this karma that's coming for me. By the way, tell your mom tonight it's gonna be 7 o'clock. I want hot sandwiches tonight. Hot sandwiches. So make sure you're getting in the kitchen. Go prepare all those ingredients for Papa Rips, okay? I would appreciate that. And don't let her be late this time, because I don't appreciate that. Make sure she's on time tonight. I wish the market was doing something more than this. I also wish I would have caught that short earlier, but I didn't see it like that. I didn't think we were going to have that big of an unwind. Dude, stop. People are hilarious. Well, back at the POC here. The lower POC now. Still not taking it. Having too much fun. Dude, that shirt is ridiculous, bro. I don't think they stuck around. Crypto AJ Man says, finally, the first time I took lamb chops max price. How much were you, what was your wager? What was your wager on that? $1 hard mode? Oh snap! What'd you get for that? Like 1,000? You got half price in death mode? Dude, what did you get paid out on that? I wonder if that's gonna show. Let me see. I'm gonna pull up Yeet. Not supposed to do this. Why is this music so dramatic? So freaking dramatic, bro. Market's still unwinding here. 85 all the way down to 70. 15 handles for some reason seems like it's way gnarlier. Dang, dude, cash is crushing too. Ah, makes me want to play. The market just open up so we can be done with it. Did 400 X's? Jeez. Oh, I know what cash is doing right now. What is unwinding right now? Oh, Nvidia is breaking a little bit lower. It just looks so dramatic, dude. That's like on Bookmap. Doesn't this look like it's such a dramatic unwind? But it's really not. It's like, this is 12 points. It's like nothing. It is so funny. Like, it just looks so dramatic right now because the range is kind of tight. Like, if you do that, like, it does not look as impressive. Obviously, from here to here is very impressive, but almost 80 points. Shorting 550 to 540. I think that seems plausible. But it's crazy to see, like, you know, how many people are actually bidding this and buying this pre-open. There's got to be a lot of people covering, but I mean, the volume is definitely picking up down here, which makes me want to stay away from it. I think volume coming in like right around these 70s and 60s. I don't want to touch it. I don't think it's a bad trade, but I'm just saying, like, from where I'm standing, it just seems like I missed the proper entry. I was hoping that we'd get a flip back up to 600. I would have traded it maybe in Tradeify or something, but yeah, it's really pushing lower now. I mean, it's crazy too that it couldn't even make it back up to 600. They were shorting it so hard on that extension back up. I could see us bouncing heavily off the open. Like I could see a lot of orders hitting the tape and just cracking people that are short right now. Let's see, like realistically, like a bounce to 607 all the way up to like 620. I think it's possible. Will it happen? We could easily have the whole thing just fold underneath us too. I mean, I get it. I'm saying it can go both up and down. I see both scenarios as quite possible. The most likely area that we're going to trade down to is about 10 handles from down here. Main point of control from the session. Always better to take the 3-inch putt. I agree. No reason to trade if you're not confident in your trade. That push down was super nice. That crack of 600 was beautiful. Richard, did you catch any of that move? Mr. Harris? Nice. I missed it. I was too busy talking to self-important trolls on X. What are my bookmap settings? Which ones specifically? There's a lot. Which ones specifically are you looking for? How come you never made it over to Kick, Richard? People miss you over there. There's a little bit of a bounce. I'm surprised we didn't make it down to the point of control. There's probably a lot of movement here. Yeah, this is a big 12 handle bounce off that 60. Where can I watch you after the market opens? Kick. For free. Always for free. Always on Kick. Always for free. I'll cut you a deal. For the next 3 lifetimes, I will make it available to you for free. If you're down. How about that? Does that work for you? Do you use any software to track your personal account? I used to use ChartLog, Trader, what is it? Trader View? I think it was Trader View. I can't remember what the name of it is. ChartLog, Trader View, and there's one more. Those are the ones that I thought were really cool. But if you're a prop firm trader, I mean, Tradeify has a built-in journal. It's very, no, not Trading View. It was Trader View, VUE. So. Yeah, I'm gonna do a bet once we start gambling. MNQ or NQ when you're starting? You should probably trade MNQ. You should not be trading the NQ. That's good. Oh, that's funny. Caffeine hits like a mother. Yeah, I mean, just build up a tolerance, baby. Just build up your tolerance for caffeine. You'll be fine. What did you end your stream at last night? Did you get above 7? Like 80 something, 8,000. Trade with a group of guys after the stream. Crazy. Thank you, Cash. When did you learn the discipline to just sit back and say, okay, enough is enough? Like when you did, the patience kicks in, I guess is what I'm asking. I mean, when you start to realize that chasing your own tail and giving back profits is a waste of time, you have to go through it, you know? You just have to go through it. I mean, there's been countless times in my first 5 years of trading where I've had massive days and I've given them away, and then you bargain with yourself the whole time, and then you start to realize by looking at your own data that it's just a complete waste of time. And, you know, maybe you miss out on some trades. When you take thousands of trades in your career, you just kind of get over it. Or hundreds of trades, however many trades, whatever your frequency of trading is, you just kind of get over it. You know what I'm saying? You just kind of get over the thrill of it. Like, it's fun to stream here for thousands of people and dunk my nuts on people when they're talking smack and like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, look at that. I just made 9K in 30 seconds. You suck my balls, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's all fun and good. But, you know, the reality of it is I'm kind of dead inside. I'm dead inside in the sense that, like, I'm just here to punch my ticket, right? I want to make my money and that's it. I'm not really like doing this for the thrill. If I want to do something for the thrill, I'm going to play, I'm going to gamble on Yeet. Go play some poker. That gives you a little bit of thrill. After the 3 years of not being profitable, did you have an aha moment or did you just not realize you turned the corner? I took a long break. I took about a 6-month break and I didn't think I was ever going to come back from trading. It was like year 3 or year 4. But I took a break and I didn't know that I was going to return to trading, and I missed it so much that I came back to it. Just got Kick. If it's free, why do you get off YouTube at the open? Because there's a lot of retards on YouTube, unfortunately, and Kick is just better. The community that we have over on Kick is better, and YouTube just tends to have mostly retards in it. Technical term. But like, dude, I could have made more money this morning. I could have tried to aggressively re-short, even though it didn't hit my criteria for a trade. I could have been like, okay, well, that shows that it's even weaker than I was looking for on that bounce. I'm going to hit that thing again. And let's just say I made $40,000 today, another $31,000, right? Let's just say I would have made another $31,000 today. So I'm up 40K on the day. Is that going to change my life even slightly? No, it's not. So if I'm not like, you know, if I'm not getting the trade that I want, that's the 3-inch putt, then I don't really care. I can always make more money. That's kind of my mindset too, is like, I'm not really worried anymore. You know what I mean? Like, in your first few years, you're kind of trying to prove it to yourself that you figured it out and that you got this. You'll never figure it out truly, but you'll get to a point where you can trust yourself enough and trust that you're not going to go out of pocket and go crazy, right? You'll get to that point. What was my criteria? My criteria was a retest of 600 and then a rejection at 600 for a reshort, right? It didn't get up there. Instead, I mean, you could argue that that was a much better shorting opportunity because we didn't even make it above 600. I thought we were going to come back up at least touching and kissing VWAP. Problem is that, you know, on that type of tape, you know, we have a huge push up, we have a rejection, push up rejection, push up rejection. You don't know that it's not going to keep on. Like, even you could have a fake out back down to here, and then you have a huge amount of buyers, right? I was waiting for it to reject off these lows and then come back up to here in this area, reject, and then take a reshort. That's what I wanted to see. I didn't get that. And so essentially, you know, let's just say I'm the most insane time traveler in the world, and I reshort 585. I take it right to the dead bottom. It's 555, right? So it's 30 handles. 30 handles, full size, 100 contracts is $60,000. I'm certainly not going to trade 100 contracts on that. But let's just say, again, I'm a time traveling trader. Okay, I make 60 grand on that. Is that realistic? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I don't care. Like, I thought I did well. I made 9K in under 2 minutes. That's great. I'm proud of that. I made more than I made yesterday. I made 4,500 yesterday or whatever. See what I made yesterday after fees. Yesterday after fees, I made 43.53 after fees. So I guarantee that I made at least $8,600 after fees today. So I made more than I made 2x yesterday. And I'm not stressed. It was trade. I'm done with it. I don't really feel like giving any of that back unless there's a setup that's worth risking my day on that, right? And that setup is going to have to be something where it's like, I'm super confident in it and I can take that trade and it's going to make me a lot more money. Otherwise, one of the things you want to ask yourself constantly is like, truly, like for instance, if I took a pop shot trade right now, like a pop shot, and I made like a very small amount, like let's say like $2,000, bring my profit up to $11,000. You have to ask yourself the question, because you can always lose more, right? You can always lose more. Things can happen. Like I could put on a trade the moment I'm setting my stop loss and dragging it. You could have a Trump tweet, boom, the market explodes. My stop loss doesn't get there in time, and I get completely, totally, right? So that happens. You can have things that happen all the time. I had, you know, when I was trading equities, I had a route that was not working. I lost 6 figures on a trade because the route wasn't working. It's electronic trading. Things can go wrong and sideways all the time. So one of the things that I consistently am asking myself is it worth ruining my day over what I'm about to do, right? Because you always want to leave the idea that I could ruin my day because I'm about to open a trade or I'm going to put on risk. Key is putting on risk. You don't know how bad that risk can be because risk can go sideways. You can have that 0.01% thing happen that completely cooks you, right? So what you want to consistently ask yourself is what I'm about to do worthwhile? And then question yourself, what if my profit went from $9,000 on the day to negative $9,000 on the day? I lost $18,000 on the next trade. Is it worth my while to take this trade that I'm about to set up for? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And that's what you want to be consistently asking yourself. That's it. That's it. That's how I face things. Everybody's different, but this is what has worked for me for years. I care less and less and less about like, I'm rarely ever trying to make like hundreds of thousands of dollars, especially in the futures market. I'm rarely trying to make that in a single trade. There are setups where I think that I can nail something crazy, but I mean, it's got to be like a primo setup. I probably would have sized in if we came up to 600, found a rejection. Probably would have been like a reject of like, let's just say like something like this. Comes up here, retest, and then starts to break. I'm opening the trade there, and then maybe we come down to this first area right here. We pop back up and it looks weak. We have a bunch of overhead supply, and then I'm adding in heavily there. And then so like my average size, because I added so heavily down here, is like this, and maybe I'm holding 40 contracts. And then we take it all the way down here. What would that be? 92 all the way down to 55. 40 contracts would be $32,000, right? That would have been a great trade. Then I end up the day $41,000. That's worth the risk of me like sizing into like 15 contracts or like 20 contracts and then another 20 down here. 20 contracts pops up, 600, let's say stop is at like 612. It's $4,000 loss. I'm still up 5K on the day, you know? That's kind of how I'm facing that trade. Does that make sense? That's how I'm looking at things. That's how I'm looking at managing my own risk. That's it. That's all I'm really looking at, you know? Whenever I open a trade, I'm looking at what my downside is first. What's my downside on this trade? And usually if I'm in the profit, my downside should usually be way less than what I'm in the profit for. Now that doesn't mean, like, let's say I'm up $2,000 on the day. I'm not gonna be looking at some micro BS trade for like $500. You know, I'm not really trading around my P&L, to be honest with you, but I'm still considering things as the day progresses. Is there opportunities? Are there things that make sense? Am I jeopardizing my P&L? You know, am I jeopardizing my day? Is there a real setup there? Am I being greedy? So, all those things. Markets are opening in about 5 minutes here. 5 more minutes till the market opens. Maybe we trade props. Maybe we just kind of watch the market. Who knows? Who knows? I really don't like how much it's settling right above this point, and this is very, very choppy. This is a great distribution of liquidity here. So us meandering back into this zone, finding some chop, maybe popping back out. I just, you know, realistically, what are we looking at here? This chunk of liquidity that kind of dies off down here. It'll pop down here. Yeah, somewhere in these two zones. We pop out above that, maybe looking for a reshort. We'll have to see. I'll be right back.
이건 우리의 last call 서로의 밤을 울리던 그 목소리 작은 떨림마저 이젠 사라지네 돌이킬 수 없단 건 우리 모두 알고 있었잖아 다시는 울리지 않을 우리의 last call 참 많은 일이 있었지 참 많이 울고 웃었지 우릴 스쳐간 수많은 그 밤 정말 이상하기도 하지 왜 이런 감정들은 한 번에 몰려와 날 바로 만들어 아주 작은 습관 하나 둘 셋 모든 게 널 닮아 있어 익숙하던 거리도 이젠 어색하게만 느껴져 그 흔한 사랑의 언어조차 우린 왜 말하지 못했을까 왜 그렇게도 우린 조용했을까 이건 우리의 last call 서로의 밤을 울리던 그 목소리 작은 떨림마저 이젠 사라지네 돌이킬 수 없단 건 우리 모두 알고 있었잖아 다시는 울리지 않을 우리의 last call
너도 같은 생각했을까 어쩌면 우리 마지막까지 서툴게만 사랑했나봐 사소했던 내 말투 하나 둘셋 선명하게 들려 떠나는 나보다 남겨진 내가 더 미워져
잊고 있던 기억 하나 둘 셋 모든 게 다 남아있어 함께했던 사계가 이젠 어색하게만 느껴져 그 많은 사랑의 언어 중 단 한마디도 하지 않았을까 왜 그렇게도 망설였을까 매일매일이 같을 수는 없겠지
때로는 그리움에 너를 찾겠지
그때 우린 아무렇지도 않게 웃으며 인사할 수 있을까 우리 돌이킬 수 없는 건 우리 모두 알고 있었잖아. 다시는 울리지 않을 우리의 last call. 우리의 last call. 서로의 밤을 울리던 그 목소리, 작은 떨림마저 사라지네.
All right, we're back. 15 seconds to go, baby. I'll see you folks over on Kick. Bye-bye.